Have you heard about Cooper Flagg?
Yeah, the Duke freshman.
Right. He's been tearing it up in men's college basketball.
Averaging what, like almost 20 points a game? I saw some people saying he's a future NBA star, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Definitely NBA potential. But you know what's really interesting? I came across this article where a college coach compared him to, wait for it, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Wow.
I know, right?
Alan.
Caitlin Clark. So that's what we're going to deep dive into today. What does this comparison say about Caitlin Clark and her impact on the game? And we're talking beyond just women's basketball here.
Definitely an interesting comparison to make.
For sure. So before we get into it, just a super quick reminder. Cooper Flagg, Duke freshman. Like we said, putting up some ridiculous numbers, almost 20 points, 8 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and he's only, what, 18?
Yep. And already being compared to one of the biggest names in basketball. So the question is, what makes Caitlin Clark such a powerful figure that she's being used as a benchmark for success in men's college basketball?
It's pretty remarkable when you think about it. I mean, you've got this young, rising star in the men's game, and the immediate point of reference is a WNBA superstar. That really says something about the kind of impression Caitlin Clark has made on the entire basketball world.
For sure. And it's not just about talent, right? They're both obviously insanely talented. But it feels like there's something more to this comparison.
Oh, absolutely. It goes way beyond raw talent. I mean, both Flagg and Clark have that undeniable swagger, that confidence on the court.
They're the it factor.
Exactly. But what sets Clark apart, and I think what really sparked this comparison, is the way she's captivated audiences. She's not just playing basketball, she's elevating it. She's must-see TV.
And that's something this coach, Brad Underwood from Illinois,
Yeah.
really picked up on. He was the one who made the comparison. And he even said that if Flagg stayed in college long enough, he could have that same kind of impact on men's college basketball.
Yeah, Underwood definitely sees that potential in Flagg to be a game changer, someone who can draw fans in and just generate this insane excitement around the sport, the same way Clark has done for women's basketball.
And she's backed it up with her play too, right? I mean, she led the NCAA in scoring for how long?
2 years in a row. And she led in assists last year, too. I mean, that's just pure dominance.
That's wild.
And then you look at the viewership numbers. The women's NCAA championship game last year, it drew a record-breaking 9.9 million viewers. And a lot of people attribute that to Clark and her captivating style of play.
9.9 million viewers. That's incredible. Okay, so she's a phenomenal player. She's exciting to watch. She's drawing in huge audiences. But there's another thing Underwood highlighted about Flagg. His confidence. What do you think he's getting at there?
I think he's saying that confidence, that fearlessness is part of the formula for reaching that level of impact. Underwood seems to admire that willingness to take risks, to make the big plays.
And Clark definitely embodies that,
Yeah,
right?
totally. She's not afraid to push boundaries, try a no-look pass, pull up from way downtown.
The kind of stuff that makes you jump out of your seat.
Exactly. That audacity is what makes her so exciting to watch. And it's what draws people in.
So what Underwood seems to be saying is that Flagg could become, in essence, the Caitlin Clark of men's college basketball.
Yeah, I think that's a fair interpretation. And what's really fascinating is that there's this underlying message, right? It's that Caitlin Clark's impact transcends gender.
That's a great point.
She's setting this new standard for what it means to be a captivating, influential player. And that applies to basketball, period. It doesn't matter if you're in the NBA or the WNBA.
And that gets me thinking, who else has done that in their sport? You know, reach that level of impact where they're challenging conventions, electrifying their sport. I'm talking about athletes like Serena Williams in tennis, Tiger Woods in golf, maybe even Simone Biles in gymnastics.
For sure. Those are great examples. And it makes you think about what it really takes to become that kind of icon. It's not just about winning. It's about changing the way people see the sport, changing people's expectations. And that's exactly what Caitlin Clark is doing. It's remarkable to watch.
It really is.